Happy birthday, Pisces! We're going to do a Pisces read today. Because that's what I am. A lot of placements. Hence the always telling it like it is kind of thing, you know. I definitely have found my voice more so in the last couple of years. So, a lot came in this morning, and I had a really bad headache when I woke up this morning. I don't know if you guys did, but there's a lot of people pulling on our energy right now. And it's because they can feel the ascension, especially for my Pisces who are transforming and have transformed and are looking to better themselves. We've got a lot of people that are wanting us to be here, to be stuck. And they're, sending in these little guys to try and distract us, with a little bit of this. But it's not working anymore because we're seeing through people. And the funny part about it is, because we're so kind and we're so giving, and a lot of people think we're just stupid, they don't understand that Pisces are some of the smartest. But we just play coy because it's easier sometimes than having to deal with individuals that just want to stay in their ego all the time. And I will walk away from so many because they think that I don't know their underlying plan, or they don't know the animosity that I can feel coming off of them, or the judgment, and just even by the look in their eyes when they can't do that with me, and or they're constantly, I've had the gift forever and a day, and all of you have it. It's just whether or not you've tapped into it. And people think they're getting one over on you because they think they're being smart. But it's not, We are the most gifted and psychic in the deck. And people don't realize. And the more placements you have in water placements, it's going to enhance that for you. So if you haven't had an astrological chart done, please reach out. It's pretty fun. I'm still learning about mine. I carry mine around actually in my morning gratitude journal, which I haven't written in that one yet, but I carry it around with me because I'm still constantly learning things all the time. And what I've learned, your rising sign, which is another water sign for me, is who you really truly portray. And wherever that sits, mine sits in my 12th house, right? The opposite sign is who is going to be your best mate for you. So there's a lot of things you can learn. And I always say that your astrological chart is your teaching ground to learn about yourself while you're here. So I pulled some cards. One of my favorite decks, Rebecca Campbell. Her and, what's my other lady? Colette Baron Reed and Rebecca Campbell. Two of my favorites. But Starseed, what lights you up? Many of us are starseeds. We're a combination of things from different galaxies, and many of us have the RH negative in us, which they still are trying to figure out where that bloodline came from. And of course, I'd be one of them. Why many of us are born into families that we don't fit in. We become the black sheep. We become the ones that tell it like it is. And then, whatever, I've dealt with it all. And I have some book chapters out in my YouTube, just which goes to show how misunderstood we are when all we really want to do is be here to change the trajectory of how people feel about each other, and to show more grace, and to show more love, and to show more, less judgment, and, oh, did you hear, and did you see, and da-da-da-da, and, it really gets tiring after a period of time because it's like it wears on us because we're emotional beings. thing is many of us now have been trusting our own path. We haven't been listening to the outside world. We've been listening to the inner side world. And you've really done a beautiful job of transforming. A lot of us have that Egyptian blood in us too from years gone by. And the more I researched and the more, my Scandinavian bloodline on my dad's side, my grandfather was 100% Finnish. So I know that's where my RH negative comes from, because my dad and I are the same blood. My mom is a positive, so she's definitely, the other direction. But I'm learning more and more about myself, that I came here to teach people, and I know that now. And it's to teach you how to get out of your ruts and how to quit sabotaging yourself and how to quit doing things to yourself because other people said that's what you should do, including our world leaders and the government here in the United States and all the back and forth. And oh my God, you guys, start looking for your magic glasses, because you'll see through it. And for those of you who still want to keep arguing about it back and forth, there's good in both sides. There really is. And it hurts my heart sometimes when, people have to go to that degree and the name calling. And why? Does it make you feel better about yourself when you do that? Or is it because you get so flustered you don't know what to say? I think it's the latter, because you want to be right. And what Pisces, if they're not in their dark Pisces, they're in their healing and healed Pisces, they will call you out on your bullshit, but then they'll step away from it and they'll let you ponder on it and be done with it and not have the conversation anymore and whatnot. And they'll give you something to think about. And I do believe that is the job of many of us Pisces that are here. But you gotta not be in your ego about it also. Take your kindness. It's not a weakness. But shrug your shoulders and walk away. You'll be right. It's fine. And walk away. That, 90% of the time, unnerves them more. And I will use an example of a young lady who, is now one of the loves in my life that I absolutely adore. She and I used to work together, and she would chase me, because she wasn't done telling me. And I'll always use it as a good example. But eventually she got over it. She decided, yeah, it's not helping me. It's not doing me any good, And what it was just a lot of unresolved, hurt and things and family issues. So once you get that transformation, it's very important to set your boundaries. Pisces, I will use myself as an example. I have cut out so many people in 2 years. I have moved states. I am 7 months in my new state, and I love it. It's slower, it's quieter, and the funny part about it is, and I've heard this from other readers as well, is you eventually do outgrow. I outgrew a city. And not that it's not beautiful and there's a lot to do there, but I just outgrew the same old. And then I'm sure there's a bunch of you that are like, yeah, but you moved to a little place. Yeah, it's peaceful. It's quiet. I can hear myself. The noise is gone. The chatter. This morning I woke up, a lot of people in my dream last night, some longtime friends that I really don't speak with much anymore, and my son and a few other people. And it was all of them just pulling on my energy because they know I've slipped away. And I'm not putting up with the things anymore. And the tough conversations that need to be had have been had with some, but not with others. And I already know that it's just a blame game. And they don't want to understand because they see it through their eyes. And that's what Pisces are good at, is we can put ourselves in others' shoes and take a look at the big picture and then find resolutions. I was always very good at that. It's where I excelled in some of my corporate jobs is, my teams of people. I could always see the big picture. And then, you know, they would help me get there with it. And I've always used that philosophy. Nobody's better than anybody. We're a team. We work together. And just because I ran the project or the team didn't make me smarter. It just made me the organizer, the one who kept things going. And I can do it in any business. I've done it for years and years and years. You know, and I'll use myself as an example again. My son always, oh, you've job hopped. Yeah. I get bored. I run out of things to do. I organized so many companies, redid their HR departments. They ran better. And then it's like, well, now what? I don't know. What do I do now? And it's not an ego. It's just we as Pisces are always looking for that project. But where we tend to falters, we'll get bored on something and then sometimes won't finish it. And it takes a lot for us to focus because, oh, squirrel. Oh, rabbit. Oh, pretty bird. Oh, look it. Hence why all the journals keeps me organized of, okay, I'm going to work on that project for a little while. I'm going to work on that project for a little while. I've got so many, you know, business ideas and things. And what you find out too is your family and friends are not going to be your support system for those dreams because it's almost like they can feel it. They want to keep you pigeonholed where they've always kept you. And it's going to be new people that come into your life. It's going to be strangers that see your vision and then are going to work with you. The sun is about to shine on you, Pisces. There's going to be a lot of deaths of things that used to happen in your world, and this is what's going to keep happening. Why? Here it comes. The patience, the love, the transformation that you have shown yourself is going to be so worth it. I claim this. Let's get a few trinkets. I haven't pulled any in a while. I love that one always. But we got 5. Kitty cats. My saviors in my world. Yes, you've had the slow and steady pace of the turtle. But who ends up winning in the end? Some of you have that Nordic, that Scandinavian. And so much has been hidden by the moon, but it's going to be uncovered. We have a holiday coming up. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I wish you the biggest and bestest blessings for your birthday, Pisces, because you deserve it. We've put up with a lot. And now it's time to take back all that has been taken from us. I love you so much. I hope you have